Take two. I did upload a version of this last week, a couple weeks ago, and found out very quickly that the information was no good. So as of now, I am praying that nothing changes by the time we post this, but these are gonna be the most painless ways for you to do your captioning in DaVinci Resolve. Now, if you're using DaVinci, you're either gonna be in one of two camps. You're gonna be a free user or a paid user, a studio user. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover the best ways for both camps to caption in DaVinci, and then if you're interested at the end, I'm gonna walk through how I actually do my captions in DaVinci Resolve. So, for all my free users, I'm gonna be honest here, life is gonna be a bit tougher for you. You see, the studio version of DaVinci Resolve includes smart features, and that includes something called audio transcription. And you might take a wild guess and say, that's probably important to captioning in DaVinci Resolve. So if you're in the free version, you don't have access to this, which means you don't have access to generating a subtitle track in DaVinci, which is kind of the key for all of this to work. So I'm gonna give you three options for how you can go about doing this. And the first is to manually do them, which is gonna be miserable and no fun. But if you don't want to have to fuss with third-party options or different kind of plugins, you're just gonna have to go in and manually line up your captions. Now, I do have a free caption template that you can go and download right now that could probably make your life a little bit easier, but yeah, you might just have to manually do them. Option two is gonna be to use some kind of third-party solution, and I mean either a website or a third-party software. And these days, there are like a million AI-powered websites that are gonna detect and cut clips and transcribe and do audio for you. The problem with a lot of these websites and tools is that eventually, at some point, there's some kind of a paywall, which is where I got into trouble last time because I had recommended CapCut. And up until recently, you could do things in CapCut for free. Like you could bring in your videos and caption it. And I do think CapCut is still probably a great solution for a lot of people. It sounds like their subtitling tools are no longer free. And like I mentioned, you could go down the rabbit hole of searching through a bunch of different websites and figuring out which one works the best for you, because they're all very similar. But the one that I have found that is trusted, that is free as of now, is Adobe Express, which is kind of blasphemy coming from a DaVinci Resolve user. But yeah, Adobe Express has an online captioning tool. And again, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you can use this for free, even if you're not a paid Adobe user. You can just go onto their website, upload your short form video, and then it'll have a couple templates for you to use to caption them. You will have to create an account with Adobe, but I mean, your account's available everywhere online anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now, your third option, this seems to be the only kind of solution to stay in DaVinci Resolve right now, is Tom Moroney's Auto Sub tool. Now, Mr. Moroney has created a free plugin download for you to install that will automatically caption your videos within DaVinci Resolve. It uses OpenWhisper's AI transcription tool, and it's a bit funky to set up and to operate, but it works, and it works pretty well. I have seen a couple people comment recently, though, that they're having issues within newer versions of DaVinci Resolve. So go into this cautiously. I'm sure Mr. Moroney is working on updates and fixing this tool, but yeah, it's a great tool and it's free. So check it out. So those are probably gonna be your best bets if you're a free user. If you have a better recommendation, definitely let me know in the comments below. But what I would say for my free people is, if you feel like you're gonna be editing for more than a year and doing captions for more than a year, I really would consider upgrading to the studio version of DaVinci Resolve. I'm not sponsored by Blackmagic Design, although if somebody from Blackmagic is watching this, I love you. Please sponsor me. But I just genuinely feel like if you're an editor, the studio version is kind of a no-brainer. It's a one-time payment, you have it for life, you get all the smart features. It just, I don't know, it just makes sense. So that takes us to our studio users in DaVinci Resolve, and your life is gonna be much easier. Now, there is a tool out there that I used to use because at the time there wasn't a better option, and it is Tekito's subtitle to text method. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for PeeJ's tutorial on how to use it, but this is a great tool that was able to convert subtitles to text plus templates. Now, this script actually has a plethora, am I saying that right? It has a lot of features besides just subtitles to text, so I would recommend checking it out even if you don't plan on using it. But the method I use, the method I recommend, and the method you probably have heard about is Snap Captions. Snap Captions is completely free. It was developed by the one and only Orson Lord and his team over there, and it's an incredible tool. It's basically exactly what you're looking for to do your captioning in DaVinci Resolve. The only thing you will have to do is you'll have to generate your subtitle track and convert that to a text plus template. And again, I have some text plus templates that you can use that work with Snap Captions if you're interested in something like that. But yeah, that is my recommendation. Just use Snap Captions. Orson, Asher, and the other people behind it are incredible folks. So go check it out. If you're curious about how you can actually use this, I'm gonna go ahead and hop in software and show you my workflow for captioning in DaVinci Resolve. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up top to the timeline menu, and we're gonna go to create subtitles from audio. Now, the only setting that I am really gonna mess with is the characters per line, and this is completely dependent on you and your style of video. I tend to find that having just a single word on screen at a time for short form content tends to be a bit more engaging, but if you want it to be a little bit longer and have fuller sentences, increase it. The number I normally go with is anywhere between 8 and 10, so let's just go ahead and go with 8. Let it do its thing, and you can see we have something, but we've got some odd gaps in here. And I think this is an area that DaVinci Resolve is going to improve as future versions get released. But as of right now, the audio to subtitle feature is okay. Just meaning that the places it chooses to split your clips and how it tends to put them above the linked audio can be spotty sometimes. So normally the most time consuming part of this process for me is now going back and resetting up my subtitles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start scrubbing through this and start adjusting the splits and the placement of our subtitles to match the audio below it. Okay, so now I have everything repositioned properly, but you'll notice we actually have 2 speakers going on today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a second subtitle track for the second speaker. It doesn't matter which order you do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and put slime on the second track. So we have, do you have a girlfriend? And you notice that this track stays disabled. In DaVinci Resolve, you are only allowed to have 1 active subtitle track at a time. So because we have the first one active, we can't see the subtitles on the second track, which is a little bit obnoxious, but it's understandable for the reasons why they might do that, for, you know, conflicting text and all that. But like if I enabled that track, it swaps it. So now that we have our subtitles all set up, if you wanted to, what you could do is go over to your inspector tab in the top right here, go to the track settings, and from here you could just go ahead and set up your track settings. So we could go to the font of choice, add some drop shadow. So you could do that, but again, the subtitle track is very limited with the properties that you can change. So no matter what settings we change here, you'll notice there's no keyframes on the side. So we can't animate any of these captions. Also, if I wanted to add some kind of effect to this, like a glow or a drop shadow, you cannot do that, which is the big reason why we want to convert the subtitle tracks to text plus titles down in the video track level for us. So I'm going to do this using Snap Captions, whatever method you want to do. Now, if you wanted to, you could start with a text plus title, and you could create your own title template here. Let me disable this real quick. And I've covered this on separate videos, but now that we have it as a text plus template, you can go ahead and do whatever kind of animation you want. I'm not gonna do that because we already have some templates set up. So I'm gonna go over to the title menu. I'm gonna go to my presets that we've generated. And I'm gonna bring in one of our pre-made templates. If I zoom in here, this is a very subtle animation. It's a pop in, and then it kind of recedes out. And for the purpose of brevity, I'm gonna go ahead and leave all these settings default. Go ahead and customize whatever you want. But because we have 2 speakers, I'm gonna make 2 different styles. One, I'm gonna make the font color white, and the other I'll make like a blue or a yellow or something that distinguishes the 2 different speakers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hold down the Alt key, drag up to make a duplicate, and just change the font color real quick to, let's just do yellow for this. So now that we have our title template set up, I'm gonna go back to the media pool. And the way that Snap Captions works is we need to have a Snap Captions folder in our media pool for Snap Captions to look for our templates in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click on our media pool, and I'm in the master folder in our media pool. Right click, we want new bin, which are the folder system in DaVinci Resolve. The new bin, and the spelling I believe is important here. So we want to spell it Snap Captions. I'm gonna go ahead and open that folder real quick. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag both of these title templates into this folder. So let me drag the top one in first, and I'm gonna name this guest captions, and then I'm gonna drag the bottom one in. Name this host caption. So I'm gonna delete these from the timeline, and now all we have to do is run Snap Captions. So I'm gonna go up top to Workspace, Scripts, Comp, Snap Captions. Bang. And from here, Snap Captions is so easy to use. Shout out Orson Lord and the team again. So we need to choose what subtitle track we want to use and then what text template we're going to use. So track 1, I believe, was the host. So subtitle track 1, we want the host captions, and then all we need to do is hit generate. And at first you don't see anything, but that's because it always will add your captions to the topmost track. So if I scroll up, you can see we have our captions here. And I'm just going to do that a second time. So we're going to do that for the guest. Go workspace, scripts, comp, snap captions. Now we want track 2. We want the guest captions. And I'm going to hit generate. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and bring these down so that we can see them. And if I go ahead and play this back, turn the audio on.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yes, 5 years.
5 years?
It's almost that time. What about you?
Oh my God, no.
Bang, done, caption. So as I've mentioned, I have some templates that'll be linked in the description that you can use for your own short form videos. And if you're curious about how you can build your own reusable, cut anywhere, text plus templates, that'll be this video here. Appreciate you guys. Peace.